Hi, this is Jeremiah Israel, and this is the Jeremiah Report. This is part 2 of the last video you saw. Okay, I'm going to go back to Amos chapter 10 and explain to you what's going on. There's breaches in God's church. The breaches is called the Catholic Church, the Christian Church, and the Islamic Church, and the Buddhist temple. Okay, you're going to close up those breaches. Okay. Amos chapter 10 verse chapter 10. Chapter 9 verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. This is the people in churches. This is the people that party in clubs. This is the people that live the life to the fullest. This is the people that chase the wrong things in life, chasing money and not God or the Most High. In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. The tabernacle of David that was fallen in 70 AD. Alright? They will fall through the Romans who attacked Jerusalem where we was at, and we migrated back down to Africa where Jesus did back in the day. We emulated what Jesus did when we was in trouble. Like when Jesus was in trouble with Herod, he migrated to Egypt. What we did, we migrated to Africa, and we populated Africa for a time and a half, and then we went into slavery. Okay, and that's then we got caught up with the Arabs and stuff like that. They start converting us to Islam and stuff like that, and that's how come most brothers and sisters go to Islam, because they believe they was living in Africa at the time. They believe that was their religion, which is actually the Arab philosophy. All the sins of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David, it is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as the day of old. He will build it as the day of old. This is what you're seeing with the brothers and sisters, and the brothers that was on my website on the Bible study page. You're going to build it as a day of old. That is Israel. Israel was the king of Israel. David was the king of Israel in historical days. And we are his subjects, the Most High. And the King David, we are his subjects. That they may possess the remnant of Edom. They may possess the remnant of Edom. Edom, the Caucasian race, is destroying this planet, and so forth and so on, and Caucasians have to freaking admit this. They're destroying this planet, killing off the livestock, killing off the planet, destroying trees, and so forth and so on, and you think God likes these things, okay? And of all the heathen which are called by my name, they're called by the Most High name. He's in every Christian denomination, Baptist denomination, and so forth and so on, saying he had the word of God. I know, and y'all believe it's his religion. Okay, they are called by the Most High's name. Okay, by my name, saith the Lord, that does this. Okay, let's go to Zephaniah. Zephaniah. Zephaniah 10. Zephaniah 10:15. Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 17. Okay? Like again, alright? And I will bring a distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as the dust, and their flesh as the dung. This is what's happening. Okay? You're walking as blind men. You're thinking you're in the Christian church, the Baptist church, and so forth and so on, worshiping God, but you are actually blind. A curse has been put upon you to believe that you are worshiping the Most High. And people out there partying, hardying, and stuff like that, They're blind as well. A curse has been put on you, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And how you sinned against the Lord? Worshipping idols, the cross, the Kaaba, stuff like that. Alright? Not keeping his Sabbath, not keeping his commandments. Because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as a dung. So therefore, alright, you are sinned against the Most High. And what's going on now with the police and military equipment is the precaution or the preparation to carry this out. Because you are sending the Most High. You did not complete his commandments. You did not keep his laws. You did not keep his statutes. You're in these Christian churches that are telling you grace is a good thing, and he's preparing, the Most High is preparing, because he controls all things, preparing destruction for you. Alright? Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 15. This is the rejoicing. Alright, here we go. This is the finalization of what I just explained. This is the rejoicing city. This is the rejoicing city. You go to any football game, go to any camp, you go to TV, you look at TV, we all happy, we all glee, we all having fun and stuff like that. This is the rejoicing city that dwells carelessly. It's talking about America. That said in her heart, I am, and there is none beside me. How she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in. Everyone that passes by her shall hiss and wag his hand. This is talking about America. America is going to be destroyed. The preparation of America's destruction is already happening in Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 17. Okay, he going to destroy all the people that transgress his commandments. America has become a new second Babylon. Okay, and people don't even freaking know it. Alright. Iskiskiaskis. Chapter 12 verse 13. Alright, chapter 12 verse 13 and 14. 13 and 14. Chapter 12. Alright. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Okay? Fear God, keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty. This is the whole duty of men. Not falling for false religions, not partying your behind off, not getting as much sex as you can, not trying to play games with people's lives, not traveling the freaking world. What? Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment. God shall bring every work into judgment, including your falsely Christian church, because the Most High said in Psalms that if the leaders follow lies in your Christian church, the whole congregation is wicked. Okay? For God shall bring every work into judgment, and every secret thing, whether it's good or whether it's evil. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to lead to destruction. That's what everybody's going to be looking at America hissing because of a destruction. Okay? Let's go back to Psalms 1 and 6. Psalms 1 and 6. Chapter 1, verse 6. Verse 1, verse 6. Psalms chapter 1, verse 6. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. If you follow your preacher and he's ungodly, that makes you ungodly. If you go out there partying and having a good time and having sex with multiple women and not married unto them, that makes you wicked. because the wicked shall perish. Alright? For the Lord knoweth the ways of the righteous, but the ways of the ungodly shall perish. The ungodly. And these are the ungodly. If you are obsessed with material things, that's ungodly. Alright, let's see Jeremiah chapter 30. Jeremiah chapter 30. Alright? And that leads up to a whole different other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back to that thing real quick. Hold that. What I just read. Alright. For the Lord knoweth the ways of the righteous, but the ways of the ungodly shall perish. And this is what America is about. Ungodliness. America is all about going against God in some way or some form. Chapter 12, verse 17. Thus saith the Lord thy God. This is what God is complaining about to our people, the so-called African Americans who are Israel. For this saith the Lord thy God, thy bruises are incurable, thy wounds are grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicine. All thy lovers have forgotten thee, because you are Israel. Alright, you used to rule the world. They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multiple of thy iniquities, because thy sins were increased. Murder, rape, all that stuff that's going on in this world today. What African Americans, or so-called African Americans, are doing, who are called Israel. Why cries thou affliction? Thy sorrows are incurable. Now it's coming to a point where God's saying y'all are hard-headed. Okay? Why cries thou affliction? Thy sorrows are incurable, for the multitudes of the iniquities because thy sins are increased. I have done these things unto you. The Most High done these things unto you. Made you poor. Made you losing your child. Made you all kinds of crimes, robbery, death, murder, all through the hood. The Most High did that to you, because He does good and He does evil. Okay? Why criest thou affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable, for the multiple of thy iniquities, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee. Therefore all thy that devour thee shall be devoured. So all of those people who devoured you, meaning the Caucasian race, if they don't link up to Israel, will be devoured. And therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. That's right. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. For even the people, the Caucasian race who spoiled us shall be a spoil. And all the prey upon thee will I give for a prey. And all that prey upon you, he shall give a prey. And this is the kicker here. Here it is. For I will restore the health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they call thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. They know you're Zion. Everybody knows you're Zion. They snare, they laugh, they joke. You're in these Christian church, they're laughing at you. You're in the Baptist church, giving the Holy Ghost, they're laughing at you. You are Zion. Israel. And as long as you're in these religious sects called the Christian church, the Baptist church, and so forth and so on, you will continue having problems and snares and traps. Alright? And this whole world will be destroyed. Because he was only sent to the house of Israel. Only sent to the house of Israel. So, who do you want to be outside of Israel knowing that you are Israel? Do you want to take the chance of believing in something that you was raised up with that could be wrong? Do you understand the consequences of such misjudgment? I hope so. Because I wouldn't want to be there. Jeremiah Israel, and this is Jeremiah.